Welcome to Dreams Made Possible, where we cultivate personal mastery, self-worth, and leadership in others. In today's video, I would like to talk about the cardinal mistakes that most of people commit, and these mistakes steal your joy. They ensure that you do not become the best version of yourself. But before we can go any further, please make sure that you subscribe. I know that you have been on this channel before, and maybe at that point you did not take the opportunity to subscribe. Please subscribe, because you subscribing assists us to grow so that we can continue to bring others into this fold, and we can continue to build a better community of people that are going to influence each other to become the best versions of themselves. Let's go into the first cardinal mistake that most people do, and that is believing that they are not worthy. Let me assure you, and let me tell you, you don't need my assurance, but because I'm here to help you build your self-worthiness, let me tell you, you are worthy. It is not something that you should go out and search under some stone somewhere. You don't have to go to the rivers and jump into those rivers to go and search for your worthiness. You don't even have to go deep down the belly of the earth to determine whether you are worthy. You already have got it inside of you. You were born with your worthiness. It is not the size of your house. It is not the address of your house. It is not the speed and the torque that your car has. It is not the size of your bank account. But just by being on this earth, you were born worthy. And you need to just believe that you are worthy. Let me tell you, when you pull a chair and you're going to sit on that chair, I haven't seen anyone looking whether the chair is firm on the ground. We just go and sit on that chair, because we've got this faith, we've got the belief that the chair is going to carry me. And I don't know why you don't take yourself like that you are worthy, and you just have to go out there because you are worthy. You don't have to prove yourself. You don't need any person's validation. Just believe that you are worthy and go forward with your life. You will start to see how your life is going to turn and become positive. The second cardinal mistake that people do is to stop dreaming. You know, I can assure you that when you were growing up, you had crazy ideas that you were spewing to your parents, to your elders, to your brothers, to your sisters, telling them how you're going to become a doctor, how you're going to buy all of them in the house, the cars, and how you're going to build this big house for everyone. But for some reason, as you started to grow, some adult came to you and they said to you, you are not worthy of that. You cannot dream. Hey, this is the real world. Start to become realistic. And when that happens, it is because some people, they have failed, and now they push it up to you, and you start believing whatever that they say, not realizing that it is their journey and it might not be your journey. The thing is, yes, you can take the lessons from their journey, but do not take and integrate their journey as if it is your truth. Rather, continue to dream, because that is where our lives are at. Our lives are believing that we can have goals. Our lives are propelled by believing that we've got visions that we're going to pursue, the inspiration that makes you wake up so that you can do something about your life. But if you stop dreaming, it is tantamount to you to stop living. You need to wake up and wake up to something. Something must wake you up, and that is the dream that is burning inside of you. If I were to open your chest, if I were to open your head, I would definitely come up with a lot of dreams. It is just that you're waiting for others to give you permission. You don't have to wait for other people to give you permission so that you can become your best. Continue dreaming, and you will become the best person. But once you stop dreaming, you're committing a cardinal mistake that is not going to take your life anywhere. The third cardinal mistake that people do is to viewing continuous learning as a waste of time. Let me tell you, my friend, you're becoming ignorant by choice. If you do not read, if you do not study, if you do not research, if you do not go out to find new knowledge that challenges the knowledge that you have, if you do not immerse yourself into the latest trends, understanding what are the best practices out there, what is changing in your field, what is changing broadly in various subjects that are affecting us as human beings, we become ignorant by choice, because it is not difficult to get knowledge of late. Knowledge is not stored in some stones that are hidden 3 meters down the ground. Knowledge is there on Google. Knowledge is there on YouTube. Knowledge is there in libraries, hidden in books. You don't need much for you to get those books. Knowledge is in those peer groups where people come together in study groups to advance themselves. So as a result, if you choose not to expand yourself, you are choosing to become ignorant. And let me tell you, knowledge helps you because it determines the type of job that you get into. It helps you to facilitate your advancement in your career. You improve the quality of your life. You make better decisions. So if you decide not to venture into continuous learning, it's a big, big mistake that you need to avoid. It is all about you going out to get that knowledge. So never commit that cardinal mistake, because in this life, if you have to succeed, you've got to become a continuous life learner. Cardinal mistake number 4 is seeing yourself as a basket case. To be honest, it pains me to see people who can do things for themselves, feeling pity for themselves and making themselves basket cases. Wait, if you have talent, if you've got abilities, you've got to stand up for yourself. We should not allow negative thoughts to say you don't have what it takes to change your circumstances. Being a basket case, I don't think you're doing yourself or any person a favor. You need to stand up and give that type of approach to life notice. You must shake yourself out of those self-imposed chains where people, when they look at you, they should feel shame. They say, shame, this poor thing. You are not a poor thing. You've got to stand up and shake yourself so that you can claim your birthright of being able to change your life circumstances and become the greatest version of yourself, because you are not a basket case. Cardinal mistake number 5. Not setting boundaries. This is a very, very important topic that we always talk about, and I've spoken about it before, but I just want to be brief on this one. Firstly, there's nothing wrong about helping people. There is nothing wrong about being neighborly. There is nothing wrong about being good to people, but you cannot be everything to everyone. Here's the thing. People who are takers, they don't understand that. They don't have a concept of boundary to start with. When they see you helping, they will always come to you and they will empty you dry. So as a person, you need to set up your boundaries. People should understand that certain things start here and they end here. Anything that starts has got an end state. So you cannot be that person who starts things and then nothing stops. If you give, nothing should stop. You should just always be giving. At one point, are you replenishing yourself? Because once you don't take a pause and reflect on your life, you don't have time to replenish. You'll be exhausted. So you need to set up boundaries on your life. You need to respect yourself to a point that you can say to other people, it ends here, so that you can earn respect from them. If you don't respect yourself, then they are not going to respect you. It starts with you respecting yourself and setting boundaries so that people know where things start and where things end. It is up to you to do that. And if you do not set boundaries in this life, especially where finances are concerned, you are going to be in trouble. Yes, it goes beyond finances. It even goes to your own space where you stay. What are the boundaries that you have set in that space? When people come into your house, can they move into any other room as they please? You set boundaries for everything. When people they learn stuff from you, what boundaries are you setting? Are you giving them stuff and then they will decide when they return them? People will not return them unless if you set boundaries. So you need to set boundaries so that people can respect your space and then they can also respect you. Point number 6. This is a cardinal mistake that most people do, especially when they start to become successful, disrespecting other people. This is the worst mistake as far as I'm concerned that you can commit as a person, especially when you become successful, or in your head you think that you are successful. We are all hardwired for connection. I always get surprised when people say, I am a self-made millionaire, I'm a self-made this and this. I don't believe in that concept, because in whatever that we achieve in this life, there's always one person next to us who is either guiding us, who is either inspiring us, who is either nudging us. So we don't achieve things on our own. It does not mean when you get to a certain stage of life, then you have done it alone. And you having a certain position in life, you having a particular status in life, you having a certain amount of money in your bank account is not a license to mistreat other people. So don't commit that cardinal mistake of disrespecting other people, especially because of your position. Respect everyone. Show level of humility. Make sure that you live civilly with other people. That is what civil people do, to live in a civilized way with other people. So never make that cardinal mistake of disrespecting other people. Cardinal sin number 7, striving for perfection. Let me tell you, that standard is elusive. That standard does not exist. That standard is something that you're just putting in place to push back your goals, to ensure that you don't start what you're supposed to start. Because there is nothing perfect in this world. There is no perfect life. Even people that we look at and think that they've got perfect lives, no, they don't have perfect lives, because there is no perfect life. People who've got money, you might think that they've got perfect lives. No, they don't have perfect lives, because money is just one element in the bigger scheme of life. So when you try to be perfect, what is that standard? Please define it for me. So never make that cardinal mistake of striving for perfection, because there is no standard that is perfect. Go out there and put up plans. If you are 80% satisfied with a plan, go and implement it. If you've got 70-80% of resources, go and make sure that you use those resources and become resourceful. Because there is no standard called perfection. Let's look at point number 8. Delaying or stalling your progress because of others. You know, sometimes you might stay with your spouse, you might be staying with your children, and you might be staying with your siblings, and you might be supporting them financially or otherwise. And as you give them the opportunity and the resource for them to progress in their lives, you might find that they are not doing anything about it. So you cannot hold your life back because of other people. There must come a point where you're saying enough is enough. I've said enough is enough many times in this video, but I mean it. Enough is enough. The way you say, I'm moving on with my life. I am not going to hold my life back because of another person. You have given them the opportunity. You have given them the support that they might have needed. You might have given them the encouragement that they needed. And if they don't use it, you are not going to stall your life because of other people. Never make that cardinal mistake. Move on with your life. Point number 9. Do not make one thing a center of your life. You know, when you look at the wheel of life, probably there are commonly 8 areas of the wheel of life. It could be your career, it could be your money, leisure, pleasure, your career, relationship, you name them all. So how then can you concentrate on one aspect of life? And what do I mean by that? You cannot always make, much as church and religion are important, you cannot make church the only focus in your life. That now takes away from your career, that takes away from the relationships that you have in your house. You cannot also make your family the only thing in life. Yes, you might spend enough an ordinate amount of time with them, but family is not the only thing. You still need to go out with friends and go enjoy, as an example. You cannot make focus on money the only thing. You cannot focus only on alcohol. You need to balance your life. So the cardinal mistake that any one of us can do that will hold your life back is to make one thing a center of your life. Once you start to do that, then the other areas of your life are going to crumble and you will not succeed in this life. You need balance. You need integration so that your life can go forward. Lastly, compromising your health. This is important. And here I'm talking about your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health. All of this is important because for you to do anything in this world, you need yourself. And who is yourself? Yourself is a fit and well you. You need to be physically well. You need to be emotionally well. You need to be mentally alert. Now, if you do things that are taking away, that are stealing from your joy, that are making you sick, that are making you anxious all the time, stressful, depressed, whereas the world is already ditching a lot of stuff out there that are going to impact on your mental, physical, as well as your emotional health, then you do not necessarily have to add to things that are compromising your health. You need yourself, and it's a big cardinal sin. This one I see it as a cardinal sin to compromise your health because of poor decisions that you take about yourself. So you need to make sure that you do not commit this mistakes. And let me just recap what these mistakes are. The first one is believing that you are not worthy. The second one is stopping to dream. The third one is all about not continuing with continuous learning. The fourth one is about seeing yourself as a basket case. Number 5, not setting boundaries. Number 6, disrespecting others. Number 7, striving for perfection. Number 8, delaying or stalling your progress because of others. Number 9, making one thing the center of your life. And number 10, compromising your health. Please make sure that you do not commit these cardinal mistakes because they are going to steal from the big effort that you have to make yourself a better person, for you to become a greater version of yourself. If you really like this content, if what I'm saying resonates with you, I appeal to you once again, as it is not the first time that you are coming to this channel, please subscribe and help our numbers grow. If it is for the first time that you come to this and this video and others that we have created resonate with you, please join this journey of cultivating personal mastery, self-worth and leadership in others, so that we can become a better people, a better societies, and ultimately a better nation. Until the next video, I thank you.